Good morning, and welcome to Redeemer Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Gary Lodeholt. There are a lot of questions that Jesus asks in our Gospels, and so I had to pick and choose the ones we have been exploring this week. And I also found that his questions to us are a lot deeper and more significant than our questions to him. That's certainly true of today's question, too. John 18 begins with a dramatic moment. After the Last Supper, Jesus and 11 of his followers have gone out to the Garden of Gethsemane, where Jesus prays about following God's will all the way to the cross. Meanwhile, his closest followers fall asleep, oblivious to the cosmic struggle of good and evil, death and life being played out before them. And that's when Judas shows up with soldiers and torches. Jesus asks, "Whom are you looking for?" Well, we know that they were looking for Jesus to arrest him, and they did. But if we hang on to the question for a bit, perhaps we might find it echoing in our lives. Whom are you looking for? So often we spend our lives looking for something, for some kind of fulfillment, some kind of lasting meaning, some kind of hope. And yet so often we look in all the wrong places. We look for meaning and fulfillment in our possessions and end up being possessed and owned by them. We center our lives on the pursuit of happiness and pleasure and forsake having the true joy that comes in having a higher purpose and giving yourself away. We focus on acquiring wealth, only to discover that we are morally bankrupt and our hope chests are empty. We build up efforts and achievements, only to find they all end in the grave and come to nothing. My guess is you get my point by now. So many of the things we think are important aren't. And so many things that we believe will bring us happiness and meaning and fulfillment don't. Whom are you looking for? Jesus asked. We're looking for Jesus, who makes God's amazing, incredible, overwhelming grace known and realized in our lives. We're looking for God's word to guide us in life and show us the way God would have us live. We're looking for the comfort and compassion that Jesus brings, assuring us of God's steadfast love and mercy. We're looking for a hope that doesn't disappoint us, but which fills us with deep and abiding joy. We're looking for Jesus, who calls us into loving, compassionate service to others, and especially to the least of our brothers and sisters. Jesus, who calls us to give up our lives for others the way he gave up his life for us. Jesus, who gives us purpose and meaning beyond ourselves. We're looking for a sense of groundedness, where our compass points to what is true and right and good and found in God. We are looking perhaps most of all to belong. And in Jesus, we discover that we have been made children of God, loved, redeemed, and graced forever. That's whom we're looking for. Thanks for watching, and remember to let this day belong to God.